Join me right now on Kumite Radio is Alex Volkanovski, UFC featherweight contender. What's going on, Alex?
What's happening, mate? How are you?
Good, man. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, it's good. Remember, last time we talked, I think I was in the barber shop having a yarn here.
yeah, man. Well, we spoke the last time, before your fight in Boise. That was July. What have you been up to since then?
Yeah, just been back home most of the time. Back home, I think I come to Thailand after that actually for a little bit, and then went back home. Just yeah, man, just yeah, chilling with the family and waiting. I've been waiting for a fight, and we wanted a ranked opponent. And just, yeah, sort of sitting back waiting. I was sitting there for a while thinking, all right, well, if I can't get a ranked opponent, give me on Adelaide against, I actually even threw Johnson's name out there, Michael Johnson's name. I said, at least give me a name or something, that'd be good. And whether that got back to him, because I don't know if he'd done a silent call out on his last fight. I swear that was directed at me. I don't know, but obviously I already had another fight booked. So, yeah, that's happening. But, man, I'm just here in Thailand, preparing for the next one.
Oh yeah, that is interesting because he did want to get on that UFC Adelaide card after that last fight. He didn't say against who, but it must have been you.
He wanted one of the top guys, and he goes, "I know someone out there that wants to fight me or something." And I'm like, "I'm the only featherweight in Australia." I'm thinking that's fucking a silent call out to me, definitely. But yeah, that would have been good. But obviously, I've got a way bigger fight now and on a massive card, and I just can't fucking wait.
Now, looking back at your UFC career so far, leading up to every fight, you've had bad luck in some way or form. Has those circumstances kind of changed your outlook in your preparations?
It was. The last 14 months has been just, yeah, back and forth, with, my back injury, just my back and all that. Obviously, everyone has problems, but it was just constantly on. Mate, I would have done barely any training for a professional athlete. Not enough. I'd only get ready for fights. Literally prepare 6 weeks for the fights. Do pretty much next to nothing until the fight was announced to me, and then I'll be taking the fight without even training yet, and I'll be like, all right, able to fight. And then 6 weeks out, I was started picking it up, and then got ready for the fight. So that's all I've done the last 3 fights. But now, I've got a new crew, looking after my back, doing strength program and, just all these things. And, it's unreal. So it's just a game changer now. Now it's not a problem. I'm going to be training all year round. And this is going to be the biggest camp I've had, still 7 weeks. And I've already, I've already put the work in. So it's going to be unreal. You're going to see a whole new Volkanovski, that's for sure.
Have you been working with Brad Riddell for this camp?
Not right now, but oh yeah, you're talking about. Oh yeah, no, that was. I will be though. I was going to make sure he doesn't cut me up, or he doesn't bust my ribs again. So that was another thing. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, there you go. Yeah, my rib last fight, that was insane. I can't believe it. So I literally could not move 2, 3. Did I talk to you before or after my last fight?
Before.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so you wouldn't have known, but before, before that fight, I think before 2 or 3 days before, I ended up tearing my intercostal muscle, or they weren't sure. It's usually the same recovery anyway. So it was that, or my cartilage broke off the bone as well, because I just remember something caving in on my stomach. I was like, oh, what was that? I just could not. That night, I literally could not move, and I was I was upset because I was thinking, I've spent so much time away from the family. I've just spent a lot of money for this camp, and now I won't be able to fight. When I say I couldn't move, I literally would lay in bed, and then I was trying to get out. It would take me 4 minutes just to get out of bed, and I had to structure my, structure how I would get out of bed. You know what I mean? I have a game plan. All right, I'll fucking put this leg over, like this. So I could not even fucking move. And then I ended up talking to the UFC doctors. My manager talked to him, and we're like, what do we do? He goes, look, people have had this happen before, never this close to a fight, so they've people would have this a couple of weeks out, and, some would fight, some would pull out. He goes, look, we've never had no one have it, this close to a fight, but we can give you these anti-inflammatories. So cortisone shot. I'm like, what? I've never had one before. I don't know how it works. But they go, because it's probably going to have to be put in the muscle, they probably won't accept it, and there's a chance they might pull you from the fight. And I'm like, well, fuck that. Don't tell him. And then he got me on these any inflammatories that I could take, like painkiller that the UFC, that USADA approved and whatnot. And I was just, all right, fuck it, and just had heaps of that. And then he said, look, by fight time, we'll probably half your pain. You know what I mean? And at the time, I'm like, well, half of the pain isn't enough because I'm fucking dying right now. But it was enough. So I did no training. Even the doctor said, don't train. You're only going to be in pain. You're only going to think about it even more. Just wait till you fight. Wait till the adrenaline rush kicks in, and then just fight. So that's exactly what I've done, and ended up working out.
Well, after your demolition of Darren Elkins, even though you were injured, you went in there and performed very well. You called out your teammate, or his teammate, Chad Mendes. Do you have something against Team Alpha Male?
Nah, I don't, but I guess now I do not. I don't have nothing against them, but hey, they've got a lot of featherweights in our division, and a lot of them are the top guys. I didn't call out Darren Elkins, but when that was brought to me, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I actually called out in Sydney, didn't I? In Sydney, I called out Andre Feely. So that's another Team Alpha Male guy. So I guess I do have something against them, maybe. I don't know, but no, I don't. But Chad Mendes, coming off a suspension and a win, I've got something to prove. So I'm going to take him out. Old Natural over here is going to take him out and show him who's boss.
Well, he fought on the same night. He took out Miles Jury in the first round. He looked very good in his return. What did you think about his performance?
Oh, he is good. I'm not going to knock him. He's very explosive, very dangerous. But I train with guys like that all the time. You know what I mean? I train with high-level wrestlers that are explosive. I just don't think he's going to show me anything that I haven't seen before. I usually do really good against guys like that. And I just don't think he's going to be able to bully his way through me. I honestly think, the first, it's going to be a little bit of a test right at the start. And then I just feel like I'm going to bully him and have my way with him. And you're going to see me impressively finish him. So I can't wait.
In a sport where you need to evolve, did Mendes look any different than he did 3 years ago?
I don't think so. Yeah, exactly right. It's evolving. And I believe, I don't throw the most fancy looking things, but a lot of my things are, it goes real deep. Like when I talk to people, fighting goes a lot deeper than what people think. So you don't have to, a lot of people think all the fancy stuff is next level stuff. It's not. It's doing the basics and doing them right now, everything being calculated and, having a purpose and things like that. And I believe that there's only a few gyms that really, really do that. And I'm involved in a team like that. And I think we're just going to really, people know my game and we know what I do good. And we know, I know how to make people fight my fight. And that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, it seems like nowadays that's an important aspect of mixed martial arts is implementing your game and making your opponent fight your fight instead of you adjusting to them. And I think that's a big advantage you have is you've performed that way for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. That's a big part. Like a lot of times when you're testing each other, everyone's like trying to get each other. Say it's two pressure fighters who's back foot, just get them reacting to you, get them going to, there's a little things, little battles that people, some people don't see, but that's something that I believe I'm really good at. And again, I'm going to have my way with him. As much as he won't want to, I'll make him desperately throw, make him desperately shoot, and I'm going to catch him.
Did you have any run-ins with Mendes in Boise?
No, I didn't. No. I seen him, but I remember looking at him thinking, fuck, he's small. He's probably just as tall as me, but I mean, I'm so used to so much bigger guys. I'm like, he's tiny. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good to spar someone like that as well because I've got decent reach for my height and I've got a decent range control as well. So I feel like, I think, from what I know, he's got a little T-Rex arm. So I reckon I could have my way with him, in close and out in range.
You're ranked number 11. He's ranked number 5. Do you think the rankings are somewhat of a joke?
Oh, look, I wouldn't say it's a joke. At the end of the day, people do care about him, but I don't think that nowadays a lot of people don't really care. Like you're saying, look, I'm number 11, I'm fighting number 5. Purely the UFC know that I'm right up there, I'm getting there, and I deserve a fight against Chad Mendes. They wanted this fight. They wanted this fight in Dallas. That Dallas card ages ago, straight after my fight, and I'm like, let's do it. Chad wanted more time, and then I didn't hear nothing. He was thinking of fighting like early next year or something. I was like, fuck, that's too long. So I just didn't know what was going to happen. And then I was like, well, if that doesn't happen, give me someone else. But, the rankings just, I don't know. Yeah, again, like, I'm not exactly, I'm pretty sure media outlets or something, they do the rankings, do they? Is that right?
Well, they do separate rankings.
Okay, yeah. And they all put them together and then they make rankings out of that, do they?
No, the UFC has a selected group of media members from around the world that, turn in their own rankings, which are people that in some ways are not really mixed martial arts experts or analysts.
Well, let's be realistic. They're going to cover the people that everyone's talking about. They're doing the flashy things. Everyone's hyping them up. That's all they know. All of a sudden, these guys are getting ranked when they've beat nobodies and whatnot. So, but that's just how it is. And we know that. We accept it. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's why you're going to see number 5 fighting number 11 and whatnot. I'm on a 5-5 win streak. I've dominated all my fights. I've made it look pretty easy in all of them. I definitely deserve someone, someone highly ranked. Does Chad Mendes even deserve to be that highly ranked after being suspended? I don't think so. That's the reason why I called him out. I knew he would be ranked, and I just knew it was sort of a calculated call out, because I was like, all right, I know he'll be ranked pretty high, and I don't think he deserves to be there, but at least I can get a big name and then call him out, and it paid off. I don't usually call people out, but you might start seeing me call people out now.
Well, it seems like you need to kind of exert what you want, what your goals are in front of the world. Take advantage of the moments that you have, because if you don't take advantage of it, you won't get what you need.
Exactly. It's so true. It needs to be done. I know that. But the fact that people think that you need to talk shit, that you need it, you need just all things. Look, call outs are all right. Giving people who you want to fight, that's fair enough. No disrespect. When you're calling people out, usually you're calling people ahead of you, and you know what I mean. So you're not calling them out because you think they're bums. It's like you want to move forward, and knowing that if you fight that person, it will move you forward. So it's a compliment at the end of the day. But some people take it personally. But a lot of people literally think, oh, you need to go out there and talk shit. No. I'm just thinking shut up. I don't want to hear it. At the end of the day, performance is what really, there's people that are getting hyped up that, don't even speak English, that you know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with anything, you know what I mean? Everyone's talking about purely because they're finishing fights, they're doing creative stuff, or, you know what I mean? If you're knocking people out, that's what gets people talking, you know what I mean? And I've been unlucky with a few of my fights in the last few, where, I definitely could have finished them, but they just didn't come. Again, I'm the type of fighter that I won't take crazy risks. I'm in there to win. You know what I mean? That's why you see me. I don't take much damage, and I usually outstrike them, and I beat them everywhere, and everything's more calculated. But at the end of the day, as you get higher level, you can't be so, you know what I mean? You're going to have to enforce all your tools. So you're going to see me obviously strike. Like with Chad Mendes, you're going to see me strike. He's a good wrestler. He's the type of, he's got short legs like me. He's going to be hard to hold down. Can I hold him down? Yeah, I think I can. Will he get up? There's a good chance. So, I think I can outstrike him. So I think you're definitely going to see my hands and all my tools this fight. And as I get up, you're going to see more knockouts, I believe. So you're going to see me take a few more risks because they're higher level, and I can't just rely on, oh yeah, once I grab a hold of him, easy work. You know what I mean? So once you fight higher level fighters, obviously that might not be enough. So you might need to strike your way into it. It's just hard to explain, but you're going to see me get finishes, that's for sure.
Thanks, Alex, for your time, man. I know you're like right at the beginning of your camp, and good luck to you, man. We've been talking for a while, so it's always good speaking with you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, 7 weeks to go. I'm going to be in fine prime to see a new Volkanovski go out there and do his thing.